I feel I could feel something around me. Like there are times where I thought like, oh, there's someone like breathing near me. I do not know whether this is sleep paralysis or not, but yeah, it just doesn't feel right. And I was trying my best to just ignore it, but there was once I just couldn't take it, right? That's what I did. I was like,
We're getting a
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Alright, hi, I'm Benzo and I'm from TCP and a YouTube channel called Wah Banana. Well, we do very fun stuff on YouTube, on Wah Banana, listicle stuff, game shows, and on TCP, acting, also variety shows, and also digital content. Yes!
And you have also recently acted in this horror film, local horror film.
Yes, a very special cameo.
And how's that experience been now, specifically with regards to the supernatural? Was
Right.
there anything that happened?
I had this very cute cameo on the late night, right? And we filmed at this very creepy place though. It was really very creepy, and because it's in the middle of I wouldn't say it's in the middle of the woods, but it's surrounded by trees and not much lights, and I would say there's not a single soul there except for the crew, the cast, and basically everyone are part of a late night, right? Yeah. So, but thankfully, nothing much happened. But it's just that because I chose to stick with someone rather than always being by myself. I wouldn't suggest to be by yourself in that kind of environment. But it was a very fun experience. It was a very fun experience to be in a horror show.
The question is, do you reckon, acting in a horror show is one thing, but do you believe in the stories? Do you believe in ghost stories?
To be honest, yes. Somehow yes. Like as much as some I wouldn't believe it that much, but some experiences that you can't explain that makes you believe, okay, maybe they do exist. You know?
Then you would have a story for us.
Yes, I have a story. Back in the days when I was at BMT, it was in fact my second day. You know, we always have buddy, but the thing is, I have a toilet buddy. So I wouldn't wake my buddy up just to go to the toilet, but I have a toilet buddy. Okay, we make a pact. You know, we make a pact. We say like, I know because we are in the BMT. It's kind of scary. So it's like, hey bro, want to be toilet buddy? My friend, sometimes I also need to go to toilet. Okay, no matter what, I'll wake you up. We accompany each other go to toilet. Okay, no matter who wakes who up. Okay, we will accompany each other. Okay, we make a pact. We made a pact. Okay, so one day, my toilet buddy, he was the one that woke me up. He said, hey bro, I need to go to toilet. I was half awake. I was like, okay, sure. So we went to toilet, and you know, like BM toilet is huge. So when you enter the door is a basin.
Wait, is this Tekong or what?
Tekong.
Which?
School tree, Viper. Yeah. So like you enter the toilet, immediately you face the basin area. So there's like maybe 5 to 6 basin, and then followed by the urinals, and then at the back by your toilets and where you shower. We use the urinal, and we although that was very long ago, we have safety. We got safe distancing. Or you call it the bro code.
Yes, the unspoken bro code.
Bro code.
Side by side.
We don't stand side by side. So I don't know why, but I stand like a few urinals away from him.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know back in the days like the old school tap where you have to push for the water to come out. Yeah. So we're peeing halfway. So me and my toilet buddy, we pee halfway, and the tap suddenly just on. So when the tap just on, you know, you watch this comedy horror show, right? This is not your scary one. This is comedy horror show. So the first thing, my buddy looked at me. He don't want to look at the basin. He just looked at me like this way. He's like, he want to call me, but he don't want to call me. He like, and then I know I don't want to face there. I don't want to face the basin. So I was like that. I was like, and then we know like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? So I've never both of us never pushed our pee that hard before. It's like you hear the pressure. Okay, and then the funny thing is like, of course when you push the tab, right, usually it will just release and the motor just stop, right? It didn't stop at all. So we know that, okay, this is serious. Okay, this is serious. Then, okay. And being like,
walk past to get out.
that's right. So actually we pee finished already. Then it's like, my friend like, how? It's like, I know he said, how? And because the water didn't stop. And I was like, then so we kind of like, okay, there's some entity there washing the hand. And then I was like, but we have to go back to a bunk. So I was like, hey bro, what we have tomorrow? Then my friend, well, I have no idea. So we just walk out without facing me. We never wash our hands. We just walk out. So we walk out and the tap was still running. And we walk out, okay? And then back to our bunk. I was like, hey bro, we never wash hands. I said, hey, you still wear your wash hand? You didn't wash hands? He said, no lah, I might go back to sleep. Okay, so we went back to sleep. So I didn't face the door. I faced away from the door. And then next moment, there's a hand touched me. So I woke up. Whoa! This was my toilet buddy. I said, bro, I scared. Can I sleep with you? and not like we are near the door. We are like away from the door. So that like other section mates there. So it's alright. But you know what's the funny thing? Next morning, I was so paranoid. I walked to him. Hey, bro, yesterday this happened, right? You woke me up to go toilet, right? I would say, yeah. You know what would be worse, right? If he said, no, I never. But luckily, he said, yeah, bro, I'm damn scared. Why you don't let me sleep with you? I said, siao.
Hi, I'm Hui Sing, and I'm one of the actors from Late Night Right. It's a horror story revolving around like public transport transport. I won't say public transport that you can find in Singapore. Yeah, something kind of creepy happened while we were filming the scene of, there were 3 girls, right? That we are cycling within Bedok Reservoir. So we were filming at about, I think at night, and then I remember it was around like maybe 10 plus 11. There were still people around, they were also cycling. There was this bunch of like, I don't know, young, not really young boys, but maybe like some teenage boys. They were also there cycling as well. So we were still preparing for the shoot, and they were trying to cross as they were cycling, as they were crossing. All of a sudden, like a few of them just like skidded and fell. And they were not very badly injured, but I think they were kind of injured. Yeah. What usually like your family would do like after you go for a wake and stuff like that is, it's just using the is it pomegranate leaf? And then you just like spray like water over you and that's it. Yeah. Okay, I shall start with one that happened when I was 17. It was in the day though. I was alone at home and I was just using my computer. So I was watching a video, but all of a sudden I felt someone pulling my hair. I felt it was like a tuck, tuck. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what the heck is that? Yeah. So I felt it was something weird, so I decided to pause my video I was watching, but it was like comedy. So you know how there are like laughter within the video itself, right? It was on pause, but the sound was still ongoing. It was still laughing, and it was like, ha ha, then it stopped. And it continued, ha ha, again, and stopped. And ha ha, stop. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, something doesn't feel right. But, I was alone at home, but I was like, it happened in the day, it's weird. So, what I did was I just closed that window, shut down my computer. The story just ended there. It's also within the vicinity of my house, not as in within the block. I was stuck in the lift once. It was very weird because, how should I put it? It was about 2 a.m. I just got home, and as the lift was going out, it got stuck, and then it showed out of order. So I was stuck for a while, but I had no choice. I had to call my mom. I was like, call my mom for help. Because at that point in time, I think there wasn't like a helpline for you to call. So I told my mom, I was like, can you call for help? I think I need someone to get me out of the lift. So about 10 minutes in, so my mom called me back and said, oh, they will need about 30 minutes to get here. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just wait inside. 10 minutes in, the lift started moving by itself. It went at a speed that is slightly faster than normal. I honestly thought I was going to die that day. Because in your imagination would be, the lift is going up faster. What if it crashes? Yeah. But it stopped at a certain level. The door just opened. It was like, shh. So I was like, oh no. Then I just ran out. I mean, logically, you would probably take the stairs after that. You wouldn't want to take the lift, right? I was trying to walk to the stairs, but I heard like noises. I don't know what it was. And I was like, no, there's no way I am going to take the stairs again. So no choice but I pressed for another lift and then I went back home. Okay, I was back home safe. And then I told this story to some of my friends, and my friends were like, for fun, they were like, hey, why don't you buy 4D with this? Yeah, why don't you buy 4D with this? So I tried numbers. We tried the numbers. So the number that was stuck, and then the number that the door opened, and then the other one was level that the door opened at my level. Okay, so we just tried 4D, and the number came out. It was 正字. It's not like I bet, The number came, yeah. Then I was like, oh my goodness. I do not know whether that's a spirit or not. I didn't keep the money. I just buy food that day, bring it home and just share with my family. Yeah, I thought like it's best to just use up. I don't think it's just a technical fault. Yeah, it doesn't sound right to me, right? Like, it doesn't sound right. I always feel that sometimes I do feel that certain things are not right. I don't know, like
It's like intuition.
yeah, it's just intuition. Like sometimes when you are sleeping, I feel I could feel something around me. Like there are times where I thought like, oh, there's someone like breathing near me. I do not know whether this is sleep paralysis or not, but yeah, it just doesn't feel right. And I was trying my best to just ignore it, but there was once I just couldn't take it, right? That's what I did. I was like, I didn't say anything, but I was like, my mind was like, stop disturbing me. Then it just went this way. I did a punch this way, and it was gone. I didn't feel anything anymore.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.